Hi friends, my name is Terry. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer or subscriber, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I hope you'll consider doing so, where I talk about all things home fragrance, including the content I have here today, which is SCENTSY related. I've got the Gilmore Girls, y'all. Yeah, warm reviews coming up. So if you're interested in seeing what I have to say once I warm these puppies, and by the way, I'm going to include some cold sniffs at the end of the October scent of the month and the 2 new bars that were released as part of the, was it the Gingerbread Collection? I know for sure one was part of the Gingerbread Collection. I'll check on that, know what I'm talking about by the time we return. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, I did do a check on that. It is part of the Gingerbread Holiday Special. So I have the 2, I say new. I think one is new. I know one for sure is not. I think Snowed In is new. So I have that bar here. I have Gingerbread Hugs, which I've actually had before because they released it last year too. And before that, it was a release several years before that, I believe. And I have the scent of the month, which is the s'more scent, the pumpkin s'more scent. So we'll save that for last, but let's get started on my thoughts of the Gilmore Girls Collection. So the Gilmore Girls Collection was quite popular. The warmers sold out. There were 2 warmers. There was a mini warmer and a full size. Full size was kind of cool. It was a gazebo, although truth be told, it appears to be one of those warmers that I'm wondering how it's going to perform. It's probably going to perform fine as long as you leave the lid off. But if you leave that lid on, I have a feeling that the scent is going to be hindered, at least from the pictures I could see. I haven't watched anyone's videos, so I don't know. I'm not the best person to ask because it wasn't one I was interested in, so I didn't purchase it. But I do wonder about its performance with the lid on. I do wonder about that. But there was also a mini. It was like a little coffee mug, and I think it said like Luke Steiner on it. I'm not a big Gilmore Girls fan. It wasn't my thing. I never really got into it. So it didn't excite me at the release, but you know, wax always excites me. So this I was interested in trying out. But the warmers I just wasn't interested in, but they were popular because like I said, they sold out. SCENTSY did decide to redistribute them, so they are doing what they're calling a pre-order. So if you're interested in the Gilmore Girls warmers, whether it be the gazebo, the mini, or both, you can go onto my website or your consultant's website and pre-order them. So you'll have to pay a deposit. The deposit for the full-size warmer is $25. The regular price is $95, so that will go towards the purchase price. The mini is retailing for $25, so you'll have to put a deposit of $10 down. Pay that up front, and then I believe it's March that SCENTSY expects to start shipping out the warmers. So it'll be a little bit before you get your hands on them, but at least you'll be able to get them if you want them. Okay, the bars, guys. So, interestingly enough, I will tell you ahead of time, spoiler alert, the same order that I rated the bars in my cold reviews is the same order they ended up remaining in. And I think that's because a lot of these smelled pretty much the same on warm as they did on cold, which, you know, that's not always a bad thing. Actually, I kind of like that because it's like very well represented. When you smell on cold, that's pretty much what you get on warm. One was a little bit different. I guess I could say 2 is a little bit different because it kind of went opposite what I got on cold. But for the most part, they smell the same on warm as they did on cold. All right, so I will start in the exact same order I rated them before. Number 4 for me was I Smell Snow. 5 cubes left. I warmed 3. I will tell you that I warmed all of these in the same room. It is a room with like lower ceilings. It's an average size bedroom. It's not too small, but it's not large in any type of way. I didn't have the window open. I didn't have the ceiling fan on. I didn't have air conditioning on. So all variables were very even. I used 2 warmers. I used my Dancing Petals. I will picture that here so you know what I'm talking about. I used my Dancing Petals SCENTSY warmer that has a nice shallow, wide dish. And I put 2 cubes in that dish every time. And I also use a Walmart warmer from Better Homes and Gardens, my Fern Leaves warmer. I'll also picture that. So that one would give a little bit of a hotter read. And that one I use 1 cube every time. So every one of these I think, oh, this one I used one more. That one was a little on the lighter side and I needed, yeah, there was one scent that I had to use an extra cube for. But everyone else, I used 3 cubes and I could get the scent very well. I will say for the most part, all of these were happy mediums. You could definitely smell them in the room. They lasted all day. I didn't have any problem with one being cut short. I think they could have taken you easily into the second day. I just don't usually warm my SCENTSY a second day unless it's like powerful at the end of the day. But I just took them through one day because I wanted to test them, get these reviews out to you, and hopefully they will help you decide whether or not you want to purchase a set, or if you want to pick up the bars individually. Maybe not every bar is your jam. You could throw them in a one and done SCENTSY club or your regular SCENTSY club and have them shipped to you that way, because that's right now the only way you can get them individually, because SCENTSY does that to us. Okay, guys, so I Smell Snow is Winter Air, Frosted Mint, Vanilla Blossom, and Cashmere. Now, I remember when I smelled this on cold, I got like that frosty air vibe. That's kind of how I read that mint. Definitely obvious mint. I got the pretty cashmere, but not hefty on the cashmere. The mint is definitely the strongest note. So on cold, I really got that frosty air note the most. And the vanilla. Interestingly, I was watching Alexis's video, and she got toothpaste from this on cold. I did not. But on warm, she did not get toothpaste. And I did. We were completely opposite. Yeah. I put this in the warmers. I went upstairs, let it, gave it some time, let it marinate in the warmers, went upstairs, walked in. I was like, why does this smell like I'm brushing my teeth in here? Totally gave me the toothpaste vibes. So I sat in it for a little bit, kind of, neutralize my mind, try to think, this is not super toothpastey. Let me see what I really get here. Still kind of got toothpaste. It just wasn't my favorite. So it just kind of leaned toothpaste, gum, minty gum, chewing gum kind of vibes. And although it kind of still had like a little bit of a woodsy note, a little bit of a pretty note, and a little bit of an airy note, it kind of had that toothpaste note, and I just could not unread that, guys. So let me know what you get if you warm this. It just wasn't my favorite, so it remained in the number 4 spot. I Smell Snow. It wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't anything bad. It wasn't anything I felt like I needed to take out of my warmers. I left it in the entire day. I walked in the room many times that day. Tried to enjoy it. It just wasn't my favorite. So, I Smell Snow. Stars Hollow Harvest Festival. This was the one I had to use 4 cubes. This one was not terribly strong for me. So this is ground cinnamon, brown sugar, and buttery vanilla. Now the scent notes doesn't shock me, although cinnamon can be strong. It smells quite good. I don't always love brown sugar, but I do like it in this. It kind of has like almost like that streusel topping kind of vibe. And I kind of find it a bit similar to the Charlie Brown bar that was just released. I can't remember what it's called. Autumn Adventure, I think it is. I feel like they're very similar, although I feel like that bar has a bit more spice to it, even though this does have cinnamon. And I also feel that one smells a little bit more pumpkin-y, even though it doesn't have pumpkin in it. Yeah, this one was just okay to me. I mean, you can tell from the scent notes, it's nothing earth-shattering. It was just like a brown sugary strudel type of bakery. And, SCENTSY has other scents like this I just think are better. So I didn't think it was overly amazing, but at the same time, I think if you're a bakery person, you're going to enjoy it. If you like these notes, you'll enjoy it. Like I said, I did have to use an extra cube, so I had to turn on an extra warmer, throw another cube in another warmer. So 3 warmers in an average room, 4 cubes. I could smell it. So not the best as far as performance compared to the other 3 bars. I think this one was the lightest, but it was okay. And typical bakery, vanilla, butter, brown sugar, cinnamon, typical, but it was enjoyable. I don't feel like any of these are really club-worthy bars for me, personally, but I could see how some people may really love some of these. So let me know in the comments below if you plan to club any. Let me know what you're loving. But Stars Hollow Harvest Festival, it was just okay to me. And it stayed in rank number 3. At number 2, we have Dragonfly Inn. Pretty lavender cubes. And as you can see, I used 3. Same warmers. That was the same situation for all of these, except for that one. I had to use an extra. And the extra warmer I used, by the way, for that one was the Simply Diamond warmer, which is a little powerhouse of a warmer. So this one has notes of red apple, plum, flannel, and red oak. This one is different, I feel like, compared to a lot of stuff that SCENTSY puts out. It's perfumey to me. It kind of has like a little bit of a masculine note, but it's minuscule compared to the perfuminess I get from this. It's fruity. You get the plum note very well. And on cold, I get the apple note. But I will tell you on warm, every time I walked in the room, I never once thought apple. So I think it just blended in there so well. I just really wasn't picking it up. Or it just kind of really faded back into the background. And I didn't get much of the apple, but I did get the plum. It kind of was like a perfumey plum, kind of like a sugar plum, but not overly sweet in any way. Yeah, I thought this one was really nice. It was a decent performer. I enjoyed it. I would even pick up another bar of this. But at the same time, I don't feel like I need to put it in my club because, you know, your girl Terry has a kind of outrageous club. It's not as big as some, but it's not as small as some either, if you catch my drift. I've been working on making some changes to it, posting here and there, getting you guys to help me out. I'm about to post another post and get you guys to help me out again, although I think I've made my decision, but I'm still working on paring it down. But this one, not a club bar, but at the same time, I thought this was pretty. Perfumey, fruity, plummy, a little bit touch of masculinity, but overall, a really nice conceptual scent that we don't see from SCENTSY too often, and I thought they did a good job at it. Not only did they do a good job, but it performed well. So I like this Dragonfly Inn. This went on all day. This was one definitely for sure I think would have taken you into the second day. I don't think this bakery one would have. I think the mint one probably would have worked for the second day. And this last one here I think would have worked for, well, I shouldn't say that because I still have it going on as of today. So we are about midday. And it's been on this morning since about 7 and it's still going strong. So when I edit this, I'll try to report back if anything changes. But the last one I'm going to talk about here, which you guys know what's coming up, it's a strong one. So, but this one held its own. So that's Dragonfly Inn. Okay, guys, number 1 spot, holding strong, Luke's Diner. Like I said, I've got this one going on now. I've been up there a few times and it is going strong. This has dark roast coffee and cream. That's all there is to it. On cold, I swear I get something else in this. It almost kind of reminds me if you've ever smelled zucchini bread in vendor wax. It almost kind of has a touch of what comes off to my nose as a zucchini bread. But not like a corn chippy zucchini bread. It's just like a punch. Just a little punch of it, just a little pop. I shouldn't say punch, I should say pop. A little pop of like a zucchini bread or a fresh baked bread. If you ever smelled in vendor wax a coffee mixed with fresh baked bread or zucchini bread, you know what I'm talking about. I don't really get cream in this when I'm warming it, but it's strong. It's strong on coffee. It's a kind of like your bold roast type of coffee. It's strong. I don't really think it smells like coffee beans, but it definitely smells like a fresh poured cup of coffee. It doesn't smell stale. It smells bold, and it's a really nice coffee scent, to be honest. To my nose, I know it's kind of crazy. A little touch of like a bread note, a little bit of a bakery note, and I enjoy it. I like it. I will say, though, speaking of vendor wax, I think I've just been spoiled when it comes to coffee. I mean, Second and Spruce, Brita's Creepy Treasures, The Pharmacist's Daughter. These vendors put out some amazing coffee blends, and SCENTSY just doesn't compare to them. Nope, just doesn't compare. Is it good? It's good. And if you're just a SCENTSY fan, I think you'll be happy because SCENTSY kind of struggles with coffee, We know they struggle with coffee. So I think if you're a SCENTSY only fan and you like coffee, I think you'll be pretty happy with this. It's a great performer. It's doing very strong. I think it'll probably take me into the next day. But like I said, it's only been half the day so far that this has been going. But it is performing very well. I actually think I probably could have only done one warmer with 2 cubes and it would have done great. But I'm pretty impressed with this scent being a coffee scent from SCENTSY. So there you have it. But at the same time, I've been so spoiled by vendor wax that I don't feel like I need to club this. So I probably won't unless, you know, something crazy happens because it's happened before. I think I'm not going to club something and then bam, there it goes. All right, guys, let's talk about these new bars. So we'll start with the October scent of the month. I've actually had this in hand a little bit. I actually have the warmer too. I've been thinking about filming a haul video, and then I thought, you know what? I don't know that people overly love those haul videos, so I don't think I'm going to do it. I may do like a single warmer video for each warmer that I picked up, just to be able to show the warmer, because I do know it's helpful for people to see warmers in person. I myself sometimes wait until I've seen someone else get a warmer before I decide to order it myself, because they often look quite different than the pictures that SCENTSY shows us. So I think that will be helpful, but I don't know that it's overly helpful for me just to throw them all into one video as one big haul video, including wax and pods, because I did a party closeout, and I just think that you guys kind of find them boring. I've been on YouTube for 1.5 years now, guys, and I'm quickly finding out that you guys don't love everything. I feel like my empties videos do the best, so I think I'm going to just kind of aim towards those, and of course release SCENTSY videos like this because I feel like it's helpful when there's something new out, there's a new collection out that helps people, just like I mentioned with the warmers. I think that helps people decide whether or not they want to purchase something, if they're interested, and I think that's helpful. But as far as, you know, a ton of vendor wax haul videos and candle hauls, although, you know, if it's the newest candles, that may be helpful, but I just feel like my haul videos don't do very well, and maybe that's just because I just don't describe them well. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not that great at this, but I'm trying. I am trying. Anyway, guys, have some more pumpkin. That is the scent of the month for October. Let me pull the scent notes here. So this has scent notes of vanilla marshmallows. You good? My poor boy has been itching today. His allergies, his belly's all red. I mentioned it in a previous video. I've fed him something that's not agreeing with him, and now I'm trying to backtrack it and figure out what it is exactly. I thought it was veal because I fed him a mix as veal, but then the last 4 or 5 days has been eating a mixture of beef and pork, which he usually tolerates fine. Now I'm starting to wonder if the beef is bothering him because the redness is still there. He did get groomed yesterday, so the first couple of days he comes in from the groomer, stuff kind of bothers him. I do have her shampoo him in like a sensitive skin shampoo, but he still kind of gets itchy, and he'll be like that for a couple of days, and then I'll just throw him in the sink myself and give him. I have medication, like a medicated shampoo that's very expensive. It's like 75, 80 bucks a bottle. So I will bathe him in that and give him a fresh start, but he's a little suffering boy over here. Anyway, have some more pumpkin. This is scent notes of vanilla marshmallows, rich caramel, and pumpkin spice. Now this one scared me a little bit because I don't love s'more scents. That said, I don't know that this actually sounds like it's a s'more scent. I mean, marshmallows, yes, but caramel and pumpkin spice? I mean, I guess pumpkin s'mores would have pumpkin spice, but there's no chocolate and there's no graham cracker. Not that I'm hating on it, because I don't particularly love graham cracker and wax, but again, that's what it looks like, and that is the color of the wax. Super pretty. Love the packaging on this, but this packaging will eventually go away for a very clean packaging with scent notes. So that'll be cool. Let's get a whiff on this. And during the month of October, guys, this one is 10% off, as well as the warmer, so you can get a discount on this month. But of course, if you order 6 bars, you can get a discount as well, because you'll get 10% off those bars. I actually like how this smells. Ooh. On the bottom, I don't know. It's syrupy on the bottom. I get a lot of that caramel on the bottom. Caramel is one of those notes I can give or take sometimes. So I like how it smells a lot better on top. I do get marshmallow. I do get the pumpkin spice, but it's not aggressive. It's a lighter pumpkin spice, so I wouldn't be too overly worried about that unless you're super sensitive to spice, then maybe not. You may not like it. But I definitely do get pumpkin. I get pumpkin, I get marshmallow, and I get caramel. The scent notes are true to form. Doesn't really smell like a s'mores to me, but it does smell like a pumpkin marshmallow dessert. I have a feeling when this warms up, this is going to be nice. So I will warm that, and you'll see it in my empties video coming up soon. I actually have a SCENTSY empties that I need to film today, if I can get it done. My Eagles game is about to come on soon, so we'll see how that goes. Have some more pumpkin. If you have warmed this already, let me know your thoughts on it. Are you loving it? Are you clubbing it? Let me know. And how's it performing? All right, the gingerbread bars. And by the way, guys, I did get that gingerbread house warmer. I really liked it. And as soon as I saw it, I kind of had reserves because I thought it was an element warmer at first. And I thought, oh, I'm going to wait until I see people get it to see how many watts it is. And I don't know why I was thinking that, because I went back to the page and I'm like, this is a bulb warmer. It totally lights up. It's a 25-watt bulb. It's ceramic. Those are my favorite warmers. Ceramic, 25-watt bulb. Those are usually your best performing warmers from SCENTSY. And being a vendor wax girl too, I like to look for those best performers. And I have this little gingerbread house that I picked up from Walmart. I'm guessing it's probably Better Homes and Gardens, that I picked up last year or the year before. And it's just a little warmer. And I love this warmer. It's so cute. And I just love it. I just adore it. And when I saw this, it gave me those vibes, but even nicer. It was a little on the pricey side, but this is something that I will have for years and years and years. I will put out every holiday. And I didn't overly love the one that they released last year. It was covered in glitter. You guys know how I feel about glitter. It was metal, and I'm not huge on the metal warmers. I do have one, I think. I think I have one metal warmer. I'm not huge on them, but they do perform okay usually. But all that glitter was telling me nope. No, no, no. But this one was telling me yes. And I just had a feeling, knowing that that one from last year sold out very quick. I had a feeling this one was going to go, and it did. I don't know how quick it was. I got in there as soon as that queue opened up. I ordered that. I ordered the bars I wanted. I checked out, and she's sitting over here. I haven't opened her yet, but she's here, and I'm excited about it. But if you were able to get your hands on that warmer too, if you wanted it, let me know in the comments below. So we have Gingerbread Hugs. This, like I said, was a scent that was out last year. It was part of the Gingerbread House. Yeah, the Gingerbread House that they released last year. It was included with that, along with 2 other bars. And the only way you could get the bars, unless you throw them in your club, was if you bought that Gingerbread House. So did people buy the house because they wanted the bars, or did they really want the house? I do feel like a lot of people are enjoying that house. They liked it a lot. So I'm guessing they really want the house, but you never know. So Gingerbread Hugs is fresh baked gingerbread with vanilla and nutmeg. I will say there were a few gingerbread bars out from SCENTSY last year. There was the gingerbread pumpkin pecan waffles. That is not the name of it. I think it's gingerbread pumpkin waffles, right? Gingerbread waffles. I never remember what they're called. Oh my God. I'm like the worst SCENTSY consultant ever. Gingerbread pecan waffles. No pumpkin. No pumpkin. No pumpkin. Oh my God. I can't remember anything. What was I saying? That scent was out. Gingerbread pecan waffles. And there was gingerbread cheesecake. And I love the gingerbread cheesecake. And I love the gingerbread pecan waffles. Luckily, that scent has come back. And it's now a catalog bar. So you can get it any time until the catalog retires. But the gingerbread cheesecake did not come back. I did club it, so I still get it. But I really like that one. Although most people like this one. So, take that for what it's worth. Maybe whatever I say I like, go with the opposite. Because it seems to be the popular vote. But a lot of people do love this one. So, Gingerbread Hugs. So, let's get a whiff on this one. I just remember it from last year. Just thinking that it was a bit spicy for my liking. And I feel like a lot of other people said the opposite, that they didn't think it was too spicy. But compared to gingerbread cheesecake, I felt that this one was definitely spicier. I still feel like that. Yeah. This one also gives me a little bit of a fizziness from the spice in here. Almost like a little bit of like a cola vibe. It's nice, and I enjoyed it when I warmed it. But you know, I couldn't have all the gingerbread. So I did club gingerbread pecan waffles at the end of the season because I didn't know if it was going to come back. So I clubbed that, and I also clubbed gingerbread cheesecake. So I couldn't do all three. So like I said, enjoyed it. I just thought this one was the spicier of all three. So I don't know. I would say if you like a spicy gingerbread, you'll like this. But at the same time, listen to other people's reviews because I feel like I was the only one who was saying that this was spicier than the rest. But I definitely get that nutmeg note and kind of like a spicy cola vibe a little bit in there. But definitely your spicier gingerbread. And I would say it even has a little bit of a molasses note. Definitely. So even though not listed, I think it's there. And like I said, it's enjoyable. I just like the other gingerbread scents better. But obviously I picked it up again, so I thought, I'll warm it again, see what I think. Sometimes your thoughts change. And then we have Snowed in Sugar, which I do believe is a new bar. If it is not, you're a SCENTSY expert. Let me know in the comments below. Cute packaging. Love the little pink with the gingerbread. How cute is that? So cute. So last year when they released this had a foiled cover on it, which was really pretty. Okay, so this has, yeah, this one I was curious about, but at the same time I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this. This has bright lemon zest, gingerbread, and baked vanilla. So you got me a gingerbread, you got me a vanilla. What's up with the lemon? I don't know that I like lemon in my gingerbread. I don't think I've ever smelled gingerbread with lemon. But they did release also another gingerbread scent last year, which they brought to the catalog this year, Christmas cookies, which had gingerbread and tree and a little bit of orange, I think. And it worked. So if gingerbread worked with orange, maybe it can work with lemon. It's not super strong. Those other bars are strong. It smells good on the bottom. I really get the gingerbread on the bottom. And the vanilla in this is really helping give this that gingerbread note that I really love and enjoy, where it's kind of more cakey than it is like your spicy ginger snap cookie per se. Where I feel like gingerbread hugs is more like your ginger snap cookie, like your hard, spicy cookie. Not that that's a bad thing, because I love ginger snap cookies. I don't know that I get the lemon. Oh, I don't know that I'm getting, it does say lemon zest. If it's there, it's really well hidden, guys. I'm not really picking up the lemon. I get the gingerbread. It has a little bit of spice to it, but it's really toned down by that vanilla. And it's a really nice gingerbread scent. I really like this. Not really strong, like I said. Not terribly light. I can smell it. I'm not struggling to smell it. But it's kind of light teetering at the medium line, but not quite there. I don't really get the lemon. I'm not mad about it. We'll see when I warm it if that lemon comes out, but that's enjoyable. Snowed in Sugar. Wonder why it's called sugar. I don't know, but I like it. Snowed in Sugar. Hopefully it gets a little stronger on warm. Okay, guys, that'll do it. That's my warm reviews of the Gilmore Girls collection. If you picked up the collection, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know your favorites. I may have already said that earlier in the video, but you know I'm an old lady. I just turned 52, you guys. Just turned 52. As well as my cold sniffs on these new bars. Well, 2 new bars and 1 returning. If you picked up those bars as well, or if you got the gingerbread house, let me know in the comments below. I'm about 10 minutes away from my Eagles game coming on, so I think I'm going to tune into that. and maybe work on my Scentsy Empties video. And then I have my regular Empties video. I have a lot of candles. Let me tell you, when it comes fall, winter time, guys, oh my gosh, the candle empties start coming fast and furious. I can't keep up with them. I got the vendor wax as usual, which I always have a ton of because I worm vendor wax all over my house. And Scentsy, I've been trying to work through. You know, this is the time of the year where you get lots of new collections. Speaking of, if you were a customer of mine, I will probably be sending some samples your way soon. I've been thinking of when to do it. I have the holiday collection in hand I'm happy to send samples for. But since the season will be coming out soon, and I'm going to throw the bricks in my club, bar size, I'm going to throw the holiday bricks in. So I'm trying to think whether I should wait until the beginning of November. Of course, it'll take time for me to get the Scents of the Season because they didn't let us have early access to them. If you went to Scentsy Family Reunion, you got them. But otherwise, you didn't get early access. Unless there's something in my workstation that I haven't noticed yet. I do need to check on my workstation because I know there are several new collections coming out tomorrow. So I do need to check that today and probably post about those. Because I do try to post about the collections. I'm not always able to get a video out, but I do try to post on my community tab if there's a new collection coming out. So you have photographs and you have information. So I need to check. But I'm just trying to think when the best time is to send a few samples out to you guys. So we're almost to November. I mean, we are in the later part of October, by the way, guys. Fans on today. It's almost to the point that I could probably turn the AC on. Like, what is up with the end of October and the hot weather? What is up with that? I'm so over it. Give me my fall, okay? Anyway, guys, like I said, I'm trying to think when's the best time to send out samples, but they're coming. They're coming eventually, and hopefully you find something you enjoy. And I'll talk to you later, guys. Have a great one. Bye-bye.